Good day and salutations, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Togetherwerole, episode 22, part 1 and 2. I didn't have to look. I knew it off the top of my head.
Sorry, I had to check my notes too.
I literally write session 1, session 2, and I would have to count. I have no idea how many we're on.
I
22, so...
The XP tracker helps a lot. I forgot to tell you your XP.
Oh, yeah.
You did not level up yet. I'm sorry.
That's the only thing that matters.
I have been sitting here staring at that next level of ability for so long.
No one cares. No one cares how
Fennec, you're still level 11. Sorry.
Oh, and speaking of that, I'm sorry.
Whoa.
Speaking of that, you all have been wondering, what are our characters? What classes are we? What level are we?
I thought you said you were going to show it off until after the intro.
I will show it off after our
sure
intro, but we have integrated our character sheets into the current views. So
This is we, Kimosabi.
okay, oh, come on. No, I got your feedback too. So anyway, we have character sheets and art that goes with it and so forth. So stick around for after the intro, because then we're gonna, as part of our regular gameplay, you're gonna see a rotational of our characters.
Also, stick around for after the intro because that's when the game
That's what the
happens.
game is.
And that's when
Yeah,
It will
I
be
mean-
funnier then, I promise.
I have a feeling a lot of people are going to laugh. A lot of people are going to laugh when they realize just how low my wisdom actually is.
You literally said it.
I have, but people don't pay attention to that.
That's true. It's you.
That's true. I mean, including you guys, every time you get money and have them go shopping.
So,
For some
Hit the
reason,
button!
Hit the button!
all right, I gotta find it now. See you in a bit.
Good day and salutations. There, I said it.
despite popular belief, we're actually a team apparently.
It's been a little bit as holidays are sneaking up on us, coming faster and faster.
Oh, and by the way, when this comes out, actually,
This might be Christmas?
I have to add this up because we do
Turkey Day.
we do film a little bit.
I think it'll be Turkey Day when this comes out.
It'll be past that.
Oh, okay. Well,
Definitely.
Merry Christmas! We don't have any stuff here for...
Yeah, it's probably closer. Believe it or not, it's probably closer to Christmas when it comes out. So yeah.
Next one we're going to do the Christmas
Oh
stuff.
well, I could look at the production schedule, but we're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that right now. We got D&D to do. Recap because it's been a little while for us.
Tea Party with Master of Brief, the
Yes.
Many-Legged Express, the Bridge to the Castle, there were black reflective pools,
I like this
Oh,
one.
there was
bullshit. And idiots looking in there.
there was the keep entry at the portal. We found the charnel remains that were speaking the dead kobolds. We went through an alchemy lab with the golem that was made out of the dragon parts.
Flesh golem.
In a way, it's a different version of Flesh
Okay,
Golem.
You're right,
there was
you're
the
right.
root cavern. Oh, we found out about the baby Taras.
Yes, and you found out as you entered the
Nuke city
domain,
of dwarves.
the
Nuke the city of
basically
dwarves.
the housing containment that used the body of the dead tree of life, now the corpse tree, that used its own body to hold the thrust into place and basically stop its regenerative capabilities, which was so prolific in why it's a Tarask. And you also found out that you sold a piece of armor for essentially a nuke. As a baby Tarask egg was placed in Galgun, the forged city of dwarves that live in a volcano.
It's a better deal than Iran Contra.
Yeah.
Damn, you went there. All right.
Finding that the volcano has exploded due to reasons,
I'm going to pretend I know what that is.
and taking on the mantle of Guardian, accepting this one-armed caster's item of worth.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever this strange artifact would have been.
He gave me a sparkly thing and made him stop talking. Let's be real. That's the motivation here.
His motivation was, please make me stop dying every few minutes.
Sure. And I just wanted him to let us leave the room. So...
However, unfortunately, as you guys dealt with other things in the Shadowfell, the illithid that was brought forth by past contracts of a certain Fey Lord, as you guys were doing other things, he was able to sneak past the wards of this one-armed caster to extract the brain of the dead Tarask, or...
Okay, how come he didn't get stuck in the room with Fuckwit?
There are capabilities to get past.
Story.
And
Tachyons.
yeah.
It's all tachyons.
Metachlorian.
And now, supposedly, there is a baby Tarask roaming around with an illithid with a devil-infused shadow
Allegedly.
past.
All of which we are responsible for.
Yo,
No. For some reason, everyone seems to think, or a lot of people seem to think, that Sparks is the best person to make decisions. I just sold a rock that I didn't know anything about to a bunch of dwarves for a set of armor. Be in mind, that rock was a literal egg.
So, when we made that deal, we were supposed to be notified that it was open and we were supposed to have some concept of first dibs on what's in
Yeah, that's right. The baby's
So that's
asking.
my baby.
That was a t-shirt. That's
Okay, sorry. I just imagine the reenactment of like a space quest of that super just like, hey, I just want
Hey,
to let you know.
guys.
With the exploding engine room, the egg is open and there was something inside it, but you seem a little busy right now, so I didn't want to tell you.
Whenever you guys get a chance,
Burning dwarves.
Yeah, people being eaten Jurassic Park style.
we can give us a little bit of help when you guys get a chance, but no rush. We know you guys are busy, saving the world and all
Volcanoes,
that, but we're just
volcanoes
gonna go
exploding and all, but
Fucking dibs is all I have to say.
Anyway,
I have a
you took
feeling-
this artifact and were allowed leaving this domain of the Dormant One, as the wars that were set up by the one-armed caster seem to have to weakened based on his death, his true death.
Do we have to worry about the Tarask, the big non-baby Tarask
We
waking
don't
up?
know.
You
We
didn't
don't
ask
know.
to find out.
There's no brain.
Nothing's changed as far as you can
Oh,
tell.
let's ask that later.
As you enter through the painting
He's dead
back
now.
to the Forge City, travel VI painting. With a couple of
That's what it
Finnish
is.
friends still in the contract with Nicholas Necklace.
Oh shit.
As you exploded out,
Shit.
as you exploded out
It's
the
fine.
dresser, this locked dresser with you guys, too big to be in the same dresser at once, you find the room a little dustier than you originally looked at it, with a single note telling that the people of power in the Forge City have details about Drake's execution. As you guys are currently gathering yourselves and getting ready to do whatever you do as your chaos punk
right, we went to a pocket dimension.
children, how would you like to continue? As I'm wondering where's my music.
So
Yeah,
I
your music
thought-
is gone. Oh, there it
So
goes.
wait, we went to
You're
a
back
pocket
up.
dimension. How much time has passed?
Hold on. Before we get to that, I thought we also spent an hour with me attuning to the what's it.
Yes.
No, we didn't do that yet.
I thought we were doing that before we left the place.
You mentioned it, but then decided to leave.
We can do that now, but
Yeah.
we gotta read the note.
Otherwise, I would have done the reveal last time.
Okay.
I need to go find someone to see what time
Because
is
you
how long it's
definitely
been.
spoke about it,
Because it's dusty in
but
here.
I don't think we actually sat down and actually did that.
Oh right, time being what it is.
Because we were in a pocket dimension.
Well, we were in the Feywilds. Time being what it is.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm gonna sit exactly where I am, and I'm going to look at this thing until I get an idea of what it is. Someone needs to go find out about Drake, and someone needs to go talk to the dude with the painting.
Whoa!
And you wanted to go talk to the dude with the painting
Yes.
because you had a second thing with him.
That's right.
And someone had to go with you because you're an idiot.
No, that's accurate.
Yeah. So we need someone to go find out about Drake, which
Knock on the door of your room. you see the smaller, more feminine forge that is Quill.
Quill.
Yes.
Good timing. Oh, we do have.
You notice everyone else in the room that is not talking to Quill notices the two fiendish individuals, the Barb Devil and the Bone Devil, immediately sink into the corners of the room.
Jeez. Nothing to see here. Sorry. No, they're good. They're all right. They're friendly. They're friendly.
I was getting
They're
there.
Friendly.
I was going to get there.
They weren't in eyesight, and both the devils.
This is what I'm saying. They're friendly. They're
Quill
friendly,
just
they're
kind of standing in the doorway.
But I'm the idiot.
I mean, that's not an exclusive term. There are more than one.
It's fair.
As Bennett's looking through one of the drawers.
Like, you have something. Okay, we have version 1, you stole something, idiot. We have version 2, you want me to do what, idiot? And we have version 3,
Quill.
every fucking
What day is
interaction.
it? What day is it?
just capital idiot.
Can you tell us the date, please?
It's the day of Saturn.
How long have we been in that away since I last came?
She takes a few moments. Oh wait, I actually have to do that. Opens up her big tome. Roughly 2.5 months
Fucking hell!
since you went to the Desert of Teeth. I'm assuming. Yes?
So, not since he came and went shopping.
Oh
No,
no.
since he came shopping, that was about a month and a half ago.
That was not a month and a half ago. My time.
Time in the Shadowfell must be different.
Okay.
Welcome back.
Like, you can just feel the
Do we have-
despair come off.
Do we
of
have
you
any
when
word
you
from
say
Gilderoy?
It was a. You look at me funny.
By
it was
chance.
it was a flash
Just-
of inspiration I had right then.
Any news from the city? Anything at all?
The Dwarven City?
Yeah.
I mean, I can ask, but that's in enemy territory.
Enemy territory?
Yes.
I think they would have spies for this. Sort of.
Rosian, the Empire, we're at war.
What?
It's been going on for a good while now.
Oh, that's right. They attacked us.
Yeah, they gave official declarations of war about just over a month ago.
Okay. I kind of figured that was going to happen.
Hey, congratulations on being acknowledged as a nation state.
That's fair. But
She takes like a step back, like she almost like says thank you. Some years later, thank you.
yeah.
Does anyone know the history of Sealand?
Do you have additional guests? And she's like, not going inside, but like trying to lean
Yes.
in. Noticing more rustling in the Babylon as the devils are trying to squeeze themselves.
Nicholas?
Wondering if they should reset
look, and
themselves yet.
yes, we do. And I pull out one of my fuzzy balls.
Oh,
No, one of my other fuzzy balls. Sorry. No, I'm Tortle. I don't have fuzzy balls. Wait.
Do you
I don't need to know that enemy, okay? Seaweed can grow in strange places.
no.
Do you
All right,
want to
let me-
explain or no?
All right, let me see what I've got here.
I'm just waiting for everyone to keep making a shit show of this.
Do you want to explain or no?
I would love to, but people
Okay.
keep doing shit.
So a monkey,
An ape.
an ape.
Nicholas,
Oh,
would you
an
explain?
ape, a full-on ape.
Which is not a gorilla. That's a big difference. Ape.
Oh, sorry.
Ape. So we're talking, you know.
Still a sizable creature.
Yeah.
He just kind of. Are you like trying to be distracting?
Oh, well, yes.
Roll a deception.
Would you like to explain?
I'm watching him in fascination and despair.
All right, I have a straight up roll of 13.
She kind of just. Ignore it.
Not too bad. But
Hey, good news. You have internal genitalia.
Medic in the background. Searching.
Well, now I'm curious.
Yeah.
and to think it was just me all this time. Going, who's it?
Quill kind of just takes a step back. I will speak to you when you seem to be more coherent. Welcome back. We shall start preparing food, if you so desire it.
We have a couple of things that need doing. First of all, I need everyone in town to not attack these two, and I gesture at the devils.
What? She looks around the corner.
Me. Doesn't want to attack. Don't attack me. Don't attack my
These two are bound within my service, and they pose no harm to anyone without my word.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh,
Nicholas? I mean,
But
Nicholas, persuasion?
It's still introducing two devils
As friendly.
as friendly
they're
entities.
snuggly, really.
I'm gonna re-roll that because I fucking can't.
There was more of them. Was.
That's better. That's a 24.
24. She is like
It's temporary.
about to write something in the book before hesitatingly stopping. Okay. As the bone devil leans his head over with almost like a twist to its neck.
Stop
as
being rude. Go sit.
yeah. You
He
go
falls
sit.
You don't start.
I was talking to my ape.
So, paintings?
Food. I will go get.
Yes.
I like this girl. She's got her priorities on straight.
She takes a few steps back. If you need me, give me a few moments. Goodbye. And she walks down the corridor.
If anything comes to attack either of you two, to the devils, I give you full permission to render unconscious, not kill, anything that's actively trying to harm you in this village. Because she did not clearly indicate that she was going to pass on the message, and I want you to be fine.
And all of everyone here that they see are companions, right? So that way they don't eat them.
Do you understand what a loaded term is?
We could stick him in a circle.
No. He loads things into his big pole thing that fires. But
They're under my protection. They are not companions.
no. All
No.
of everyone else's companions, so that they can't eat. Right? Is that right? Or no,
Is
that
that
was that was the plant. That was the devil plants thing.
It's-
See, you know these contract things. They just give me. You know what? I just like to work with voice. Paper is just difficult.
That's why you
A
had God.
handshake's as good as a nod.
Yeah.
I like him.
That's why you had God.
You're all fools.
Claw five.
There's a
Claw
very,
five.
very striking pair going on here, and very striking pair going on here.
All fools. Alright, I'm going to stay here. I'm going to keep these two protected and in line. Glare at either devil on the in line comments.
Paintings, anyone?
If you're going to go look for paintings, you should go with him.
What do I? Alright, fine.
And you care about Drake.
I do. He's a dick, but you know, he's
Cheers! One thing I switched characters.
but he's someone who is just
He's our dick.
yeah. Wait a minute. You don't even.
I have no idea who we're talking
You've never
about.
met him.
So you should pursue this and hand you the note.
I do want to go run to
Alright,
Cole, though, to
fine.
get information on Drake first, just in case we need to have that information come up when we are with the guy with paintings.
Sure. Shove, 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 shove. Closed door.
Okay. Quill!
Takes you a few moments to find her. She is in the kitchen giving several orders off. A little shaken. Has her mask off and is trying to place it onto her hip. Turns around and turns away, puts on her mask. Turns back. Yes.
Any words on Drake's execution?
Go to Colossus Rose. It should be in the letter.
I have the letter.
Gotcha, didn't read it yet.
There are basic instructions. First of all, invitation to enter the Colossus Rose when you have returned from your duties. Whenever you return, because they don't know when you were going to return. And to meet Morg.
It could be because we've been gone 2.5 months. We didn't realize how long we are. When we go there, they could find out that this date has already passed. Whatever date that Drake has been. Well, we need to go find out.
Well, that's first and foremost. Let's go do that.
Let's go do that.
You two
Alright.
start going off.
Yeah.
We need someone to check on whether or not we. Where are you going?
With you!
Good.
He doesn't have anywhere else to go, so he's coming with us.
Right. And Nicholas, what do you wish to do?
She's in her room right now.
Right.
I shoved you three out of my room. Body.
What do you wish?
This.
Very Nicholas.
I have a weird fucking thing that stuck on my arm. I'm going to learn what that is.
Right then,
I see what you're doing.
based on these directions,
All right, let's go do this.
we can go to there first and then swing back around to the one-story house for the paintings.
Well, I agreed. I imagine this place isn't that big of a town, a city. It only takes us about 5-10 minutes to get there. But yes, we'll check this out, and then we're going to go to try and find the paintings because maybe to see if there's other ways that might get us closer to where we need to be.
I actually forget which one it is that he wanted me to do so I can get my painting to get me home. I forget which one it was. But I wanted to see if that was completed in some way. I think it was getting to the Desert of Teeth or somewhere in the Desert of Teeth. The painting. I don't know. I'll ask him. I forget, honestly. Maybe it was a world total. I don't know.
Well, it could have been. Oh, you know what? The dragon is here as well. We could also leverage the dragon that is here that owes us. We have a bronze dragon that owes us a debt.
What?
Mm-hmm. Can I get another claw 5?
What? No. What dragon?
A bronze dragon. Bronze dragon.
It's the Warm Heart? I don't know his full name, but he's very particular.
Oh, he's got a big, long name. I tried saying it, and I got
Unless
about
you
that
wrote
far.
it down.
The Warm Father, I think?
Oh, God. Oh,
Something
my
like
God.
that?
I have to
Yeah,
go
that's
They've all
through
got
this.
pretentious names. What is it called? What is the actual name?
I don't know.
Oh, my
Wrote it
God.
down.
I gotta do
I actually know it, which is what's horrible.
I'm just
Oh.
sitting over here with my full detailed notes,
Balvrit
including
Yule
pronunciation.
Pith Zan Comdare. Dragon Lord Brightkeeper.
Brightkeeper.
That Dragon Lord, you say?
Dragon Lord Brightkeeper. You've heard of him?
Well.
You've heard of him?
These things never surprise. Cease to surprise, do they? All right.
You have heard of him.
I've heard of it, yes.
So that is an option as well.
What do we need from him?
He has the ability to know where the Moon Tortle Island is, that there is some great artifacts there that might be able to help us in defeating a Tarrasque that we have leashed on this world, and a Illithid that has a Tarrasque brain, an ancient Tarrasque brain. Did you see the size of that thing? It was like, just the skull was like 60 feet across.
Yes. We need to figure out our time scale first, because for once in a long time, we're actually on a time schedule now.
Let's go. We're doing this while we're walking, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Sure, okay.
For once, we actually have time constraints. We have things that need to get done quickly.
All right.
So-
first step is to find out whether or not what date is for Drake's execution. How they know this is interesting. I wonder how they found this out. But then also,
They have their spies.
we need to see. Hopefully, they'll have us an idea of where he is at and whether or not we can even get there. Because I doubt it's going to be a public. Why would they advertise this unless it's going to be a public execution?
Of course it
That's
is.
a very good question, isn't it? Let's go find out.
Yes.
I guarantee you it's a public execution.
Why would they advertise this? Otherwise, they just throw someone into a pit and let him die. They want to make an example of him.
Or they
They
want
want
his
us to
death
show up.
public. There it is.
They want us to show up.
Now, the question is, why do they want us to show up? I say us as if I have any idea what's going on.
Well,
We have something else they want.
So many
how much do you think?
You can hear the random chatter.
The truth is that nobody's actually paying attention to where we're going. So while she's in there, like, meditating, attuning to this object, we've actually wandered underneath her window, like, 4 times.
Yes, that's exactly what I.
Here's the thing. Here's what
I
happens.
felt the full-on anime.
The heavy vein bulge.
I believe they want us to show up primarily because they know that there's a Tarrasque in Kotor. And
What? You think they're gonna rely on us over the entire Barosian army to try and take that thing out?
No, that's not what they know. There's something that they want us. They already knew we were here. We're walking where we're going, right? We're walking to
We
the.
finally figured out where we're going.
After 3 or 4 times.
They know we are. They know we are here in this in in this forged city. So that's why they let them the information, just like they let us take the airship that we thought we had been sneakily getting away with. They actually let us take because they wanted something from. They wanted to find the forged nation. They wanted to find Drake, and now they're bringing us. They want to. What else do they want? I'm trying. What else could they want? They want something else from us.
Do you want to know?
Do you think you know?
Do you know?
Find out.
Sure.
Oh, you have. Can you do that mind? Well, the time thing? No, you can't. That won't help you with knowledge, will it?
What good is it if I can't find out stuff that I'm not supposed to
Consult the
know?
bones. Consult the bones. Consult the
No,
bones.
this is much bigger than that.
Oh, all right.
Okay. So,
Every one of you is a bone.
well, hang on. let's find out what we can and improve.
I've got a bone to pick with you, Brosons.
Sorry, that was
I'm an internal bone. Thank you very much.
let's go find more information and then we'll figure out because this really only is good once.
All right.
That's fair.
Good enough.
Divination.
How long does it take? Where are we going? What does it say in the paper that where we need to go? I should probably look at this now, right? We are dialed down to that.
Has it been an hour?
You know, heck, sometimes I wish that your brain was the size of your pack. Because right now I believe it is the size of your bag of holding. Oh yes, you don't have one.
Oh, yes, but I do have a big shithole.
Yeah, you sure do.
All right, what's the letter say?
But the words come out.
What does it say?
It's just me and Colossus Rose, the big sleeping steel dragon.
Oh shit, we blasted that place eight
Whoa,
months
that
ago.
thing?
Turn around and walk back there.
the
big-
home of
it's
the
big-
tempered thought.
Oh,
Yes.
it's home timber thought. Oh, you've never been, have you?
No! This is exciting.
It's like you, but like 5-story building you, and 5 blocks you, but it's black.
I can totally do that. Oh, that's fun.
But it's got gold in it somewhere.
This is why we can't.
Knocking over a nearby stand. Watch it!
Sorry, excuse me, sorry. I was walking down the road reading.
Here I thought I was the white one.
So walking into the city before we transition from the random band of idiots, the Three Stooges essentially,
I look like I belong here at least.
seeing the city.
The fucking net IQ when you guys left my bedroom skyrocketed. Like, there's a dog in there and it's still smarter.
The impressive weight of nothingness left the building.
This is why I talk to Shadow.
Okay, so you notice
Meanwhile, on the other
the
side of the
city and the new one. As you turn first into the city before we transfer to Niquis
He's having a
situation,
coronary.
you notice the city is a little different than when you last saw it, especially since there hasn't been a similar amount of time. First of all, it's a little colder. The weather has changed, not by much, as weather does not change much here, but it still shifts a little bit, as it's a little bit more brisk here, and a slight rain that is happening right now. People are traversing the streets as normal, but there is more driven purpose than what you first saw. You see more of a fire in the various forged individuals and people that live here. You're seeing people work, shift, less play, and a lot more forging of equipment of war. But strangely, you hear bells, church bells in the distance, which you actually never heard in the city before.
Oh, it's probably those crazy ass cultists.
No offense.
No, possibly. There are actually multiple bells, and you actually hear an hourly bell from the very tower from the Church of the Perfecti, realizing that there were no major bell sounds that would echo out into the distance. But now the city seems to be not minding that anymore. Along with music, instruments playing.
And the bells are not music and instruments. So the bells are not like. It's
No, it's like church bells, like hour bells and stuff like that. Actually, and you never really notice it till now, the city was actually a very quiet city, even though for the size it was, as if they were trying to be quiet. But now that they've been brought to public eye, they don't care anymore.
They know where they're at. So now they're going, you know what? That's kind of nice. They're not feeling as suppressed and as they're a recognized nation. They might as well stand
That's
up and
right.
be proud
They should
about
be
it.
celebrating.
They are,
the
apparently.
fireworks.
And there are several
That's a double-edged sword.
small parties
Israel
going
would
on
agree with that
of
statement.
small, what looks to be armed individuals before they get to set out to a defendable position. But as you guys are going back to, well, rebounding back to Colossus Rose, we go to Nicholas.
Oh, Colossus Rose. Rose is the name of the drag.
There
Okay.
you go.
There you go. You took,
swear
wow,
to
it took you
God.
that
It's
long.
been months.
Okay.
Literal months.
Breathe.
That's why it takes her an hour.
That's why it takes an hour. So, with the two devils inside, remaining guard, taking a little longer glance out of the windows into the city, but going back to guarding the room while you meditate over this strange artifact of many messy, inky tendrils that have almost like a flesh give to them. And these tendrils that are wrapping around into like a loose gauntlet slash bracelet is making one of those like almost like spotty patterns of those like if you look at a spot pattern on a actual picture and you see random stuff because your brain puts things together, is that kind of like almost like patterning around it.
Okay.
As you meditate over it, look at it, look at the intelligent bearing eye. That doesn't really look back, but just looks up, of red and black. You feel your mind gently start to pull into the object itself. Do you fight back?
No.
And then it turns into an aggressive bull. Your vision goes dark. The surrounding, the city of the noise of the city, quickly evaporate as you feel yourself consciously moving fast through shadow, domain, trees, in a familiar location as you instantaneously travel the Shadowfell, your home plane, but as if you're being stretched across it infinitely. And then you begin to almost teeter in more deeply, deeper into the pools of shadow, of the Shadowfell itself, of the shadow stuff that derives from this place, that many of the creatures, including you, use for magical benefits. And your vision entirely goes black, and you're filled with the sounds and painful wails of creatures trapped in infinite cycles of torment and decay.
Well, that's nice.
Not seeing much, but merely seeing flashes, images as you rocket past them, or they rocket past you, hard to say. You see various undead, long body figures with both faces, followed by inky shapes of what looks to be vaguely humanoid that are making these wailing sounds. And again, you have that feeling of being infinitely drawn into a single fragment across this domain of the negative energy of playing. Again, it goes deeper, as if you're diving deeper into the ocean itself. Deeper and deeper and deeper, farther than any mortal should ever have right to be, before completely subduing to nothingness. Your sight begins to change once again. Shift, maybe. And these shadows begin to take form. Either having your sight being drawn out enough, or being closed in enough of a creature of enormity. Something so impossibly big that you thought you were just seeing something like, oh, this is just a shadow. No, it's part of a body as you're being drawn out. as you see parts and various streaks of black line of various colors of grays, blacks, blues, and purples that are making line after line after line after siphoning tendril that initially look like a body, but then realize various objects being pulled into a singular mass as you continue to get pulled out before you begin to pull back in. As you see a mass of collecting materials of earth, undead entities, and various objects that are being pulled, thousands, millions of them, being pulled from various different directions into a single mass that makes an alien body with a massive eye of black and a ring of red, as if you're looking into a singularity itself. You feel yourself being pulled closer to it, almost being caught in by one of these siphons, as you feel your body start to stretch a little too far. Your senses being twisted a little too much, and you feel a little bit of dust leave the right side of the cheek, followed by a little bit of hair and liquid that was inside your body. As you get closer and closer and closer, this blob of materials that are being gravitationally pulled into the center of this singular gravitational anomaly, making the body itself of this entity-like figure impossibly big. Every inch you get closer, the more you feel like you're about to break before something grabs the scuff of your collar and pulls you out.
What's that?
You're met with, at first, blinding white light, as you're in a domain of nothing but almost pasty white in all directions, with the only thing that you're able to see is a shadowy entity, first incorporeal, as it's currently holding your stuff and places you down, and then taking a moment almost like, oh, I'm not dressed. He twists around, and as he twists around, there's a nice black tie suit. White gloves, but it's where the head would be is nothing but spattering of black with various lights across it.
Wow.
It says nothing, but seems to place you down. Seemingly looking at you like someone just knocked on his door.
Typically, the host is supposed to initiate conversation. I don't know if you know that.
He turns around, waves his hand, and a shadow table forms out of it, followed by a chair and another chair.
No name?
Puts up his single finger towards his non-head mass.
Does that mean you are, or I should be?
Seemingly twisting his head, not understanding the question.
Quiet. Okay. Well, you can call me Nicholas. Is there food on the table, or is it just a table with...
You start to think that, and he goes, and suddenly...
Oh, no, I don't eat in other realms. I was gonna...
It all disappears in puffs of smoke and dust.
Nice digs. Very stark. Color scheme, but it seems to be your motif.
He sits down in the chair.
I sit opposite.
What are you guys stealing now?
Doesn't matter. It'll be funny later.
There's a fly in her room. He immediately explodes. still sitting, looking at you.
Captain Manhattan.
So was that you, or were you saving me from that?
Captain Man.
Seemingly digesting the information as if it's like not entirely accurate question as he goes,
Both. Cool. This is a better vibe. Just. So. Artifact of power, clearly. Power stems from you. Terms? Conditions? What do you get out of it?
he places several items: an apple, piece of wood, almost like a driftwood, followed by a ornate dagger that has been meticulously crafted, all made of shadow. As he picks up the apple, places it in, so that you can see it, and it turns to dust. He takes the wood and he shifts it in his hands, crushing with needless, effortless movement. And he brings it back up into a precious red gem. And he takes the sword and drags it across the table as steel, gold, and silver seem to be separated entirely. Again, no words have been spoken.
Right. Can be honest, I don't know what that means. Do you write?
Kind of almost like puts his finger up to his formless head, flicks his fingers, and there's a parchment and a quill. Turns it around. He wrote stuff, but it's almost like as if he wrote 1,000 phrases on a single line. So almost like it's just a black text.
So you struggle to fit it into words. Cool, incomprehensible. That's not frustrating. Let me put it this way. I have need of my body and my mind. There's already a claim on my soul, although that will be debated. What part of me do you want claim to in order for me to make use of what you offer? Okay.
He then... Let me just explain this. He picks up the gem, points at you, places the gem in front of you. He takes a raw piece of metal, places it in front of him. Then he redoes everything. He just kind of goes like, even though he doesn't really have a head, so his glove is kind of going into this shadow thing. He, from his fat hands, brings out and another of two miniature humanoids. Basic construction. And another one, and another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Points at you
Okay.
and waves his hand across it as they turn to dust.
So I'm gonna kill people? So you kind of want me to kill people.
Followed by taking the dust that's now on the table, moving it aside, and taking out a smaller version of a gold gem. Followed by another one. and places it down.
Which will get you something out of those people. Will get me something out of those people. It's the understanding of emotion, power.
He makes a glorious shadow image of a phoenix, followed by a torch, and throws it at the phoenix, and it immediately turns to dust. And he brings the dust aside and takes out an egg.
It's a new life. As long as you're willing to accept that there's going to be some confusion in any directives you provide, I think, well, you can't be a worse boss than my last one. Do we shake on this, or do you just... Is that a yes? That's
He puts his hand out.
Okay. I shake his hand. Or
He
put
takes
my
your hand?
Yeah.
And then puts 2 fingers on just below your neck. And pulls a little bit of the shadow that was part of you. Seems to do it in the opposite hand before placing on top of your hand. As you feel the warmth. Seemingly taking something out of you and transferring it into your hand. At first, this feeling is too much, as you feel it go from your hand, as it turns into white hot cold in your hand. Far colder than you ever felt it before, as it goes up to your elbow and up to your shoulder, before it subsides, as he seems to pull a little back to a more reasonable feeling. As you see the artifact seemingly reforged. Now seeing a bracelet that was again made by this tendrils that were twisted around a body but have rewoven itself into a raven-inspired bracelet. That making use of its tendrils' hidden darker palette of purples, blues, and silvers. Still having that fleshy feel to it, with the eye of intelligence shrunken down to be the eye of the raven, with the silver that's wreathing this in-flight raven, circling near its wings, that have various motes of light, similar to memory orbs. Before he releases you, and you immediately shut back into your body. You may now look at your character sheet, and you now get a little bit of information of what this is.
And that's
because it's very...
That's huge.
Wow. And we weren't there to see it. We wouldn't understand it anyway if we were.
Nope. Staring at her while like her hand frosted over, and then she got a bracelet. What or how?
Like it went from tentacly to bird, but it's still weird and fleshy, and like that would have been all you got. And it's not like I'm going to tell you.
We'll learn about it when we get back.
Yeah,
No, we won't.
Scene change. We're standing there in the entryway, and just like we're standing there looking around, and there's a suit of armor, and it just collapses.
For no reason.
Sorry, that might have been my
That's
penis.
dope.
Where does it say to go again? It just says meet the
It is up to you on how you...
Yeah, there's some terrifying stuff on the
Define
internet about
this
tortoise penis.
Anyway, so, a little bit away from Nicholas as she digests the information of whatever this entity is, and followed by what it gave her. You are at the current location of my brain malfunctioning.
We are standing underneath the rose,
You are currently at the gateway of the Colossus Rose, as there's a small platform as you went past the Rose Garden, yes?
I'm gonna come to. I heard dipshits walking back and forth past the window.
And honestly,
I'm going to like close the devils in on the door, reinforce the you can't murder anyone, but hang out here because they all suck.
After the door closes.
I mean, do you think she likes being referred to as the Colossus Rose? I mean, yeah, who likes being pointed out she's a big girl? Yeah, but some people really like that.
And I'm beelining for, because
You know where they're going.
Turns out it was just across the street the whole damn
It
time.
really was. It was only a 5-minute journey.
Well, you say that, but I guess if you had access to another Arc of Cogs, you could ask her that.
You know what? And I'm sorry, I might be kind of biased, but
You could like him a little bit, right?
I don't want to squish him. You know, I need something that's going to be at least be able to handle me.
Also, how do you know it's female?
Its name is Rose.
We don't have genders.
Looking at this giant construct of a
good
fortress
observation. So
made
should we call
into a
call
dragon
you,
form.
Besides he, him, we should call you they, them, or something.
No, I didn't
What
say
do you go by?
it.
What is your preferred?
I don't care.
Oh, very good.
I really don't. It's people just call me Sparks. I really don't care.
And this is right around where Nicholas starts to join.
We're still standing there going,
They're still standing out there. You're like,
hey, Nicholas!
We got
Nicholas,
lost.
hey! Hi, you know, I thought you were going to stay home. We just got here.
We got lost.
No, we didn't.
She just walks really fast.
Sure. Anyways, glad you can come along. Let's get this information together because you're better at note taking than any of us are.
Yes. Do we need...
No,
there are
taking-
several
we're
guards
supposed
looking
to
at you
go-
at the front gate.
I like take the note. Walk in, ask for the information that's in the note. You have a note indicating you get this information. This was this isn't a mission.
I had it upside down. Oh,
time?
no wonder.
That explains the terrible directions.
Oh, God. Why is my character melting?
Your blood pressure from here.
You may now also look at your new character sheet for leveling up as well.
Woo! She leveled. Oh, man. Guess what? I already get to update the freaking character sheet.
No, you were given the
You were
right
giving up
HP.
the up to date.
That way
Yeah.
we didn't
Ah,
have to
brilliant. So
Yeah.
so this is accurate.
Yes.
Nice. Okay.
Oh god, there's so much shit.
Right then, onward. Okay, just gonna go in and ask for the information.
The four guards in front of the guard tower are the forged entities with the wings and everything.
Hello!
They were just standing 10 feet away from you,
Oh, that's right.
seeing the piece of paper.
There's one thing that I'm so like that 1,000-yard stare that just happened. I'm going to use my awakened mind. You all hear me scream in your heads. Like it is just a loud, piercing shriek of suffering that I experience every time I'm with you, and echoing in your brains.
I hear them. The voices
Oh.
of the towns.
Shh.
Onward.
Should be a little quiet here.
I'm looking for the
I'm sure.
information in this message.
They just kind of like, in their very stoic form, as they're just holding their position, pikes at the ready, looking at you guys for about 10 minutes or so. They wordlessly open up the gate without saying a word.
Thank you. You can laugh when we go inside.
Great. Then it'll, step over the armor. That was like that when we got here.
Yeah. I thought it was an actual warforged. Apparently, it was empty.
Right? Who can tell?
That's racist.
It might be.
Going past the courtyard of
You
this
saying that
entryway,
all armor looks the same?
That's racist.
of the four,
To armor?
Yeah, no. Let's stretch that out a bit and get back to our focus.
oh yeah, go ahead, continue.
You're going off into a card that doesn't need to go off onto. So, because there isn't anything there. So,
Okay. Are you sure?
yeah.
Are you sure? Did you check? Anyway.
I don't want to check. I don't like where this is going.
Okay.
I don't know which to do.
Give me the info.
Oh, you're going to Tumans. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, going past the courtyard of the 6 tall pillars of the various winged forge that are currently watching this show as they're on guard duty, you are met with the 4-armed caster once again. Did you actually ever know his name?
Never actually talked to him.
He steps forward, gives a small bow as you see a lengthy forward individual. 4 arms, open chest that has some sort of turning device in the center of his chest that is infused with various colored gems that is rotating on an axis inside his chest. And of course, the classic purple cape. And familiar, is everything okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I just realized I needed to put my ape with me.
Oh, okay. Anyway, with the familiar white mask that many of the Forge wear, or specific Forge wear, as he gives a small bow. Welcome back, Silver Menagerie.
Yes.
Follow me.
We have a note.
That's what he's here for.
The entire courtroom could hear you discussing it outside.
We weren't exactly discreet about it, that's fair.
Discretion is for mortals. Let's go.
The Silver Menagerie,
He
we do
begins to
chaotic.
lead you inside. Not going to the room that originally you guys were questioned in. Well, not vetted, but anyway.
This is my first time here. I'm touching everything.
Of the various woven materials and tapestries and cloths, followed by various suits of armor of different regions that have been placed into placeholders as you are going into the underbelly of Colossus Rose.
No.
The platform of rock that has been carved out with these almost... They're still stone, but they have almost like a wooden feel and etching into them. You actually are escorted to a place that is actually underneath the claw, underneath the chest of the Colossus Rose. As you follow the arm and you enter a room or a series of rooms that has multiple individuals that are a little bit more friendly looking, very much like Quill. They're a little shorter, rounder chest and chassis, clothes that are more comfortable, along with white masks over their face, as they're holding tomes and quills and various inks as they're going from one desk to another, as they're all writing in tomes, or especially with your guys' passive perception, reading appearing lines of ink in the tomes and then translating into either other pieces of parchment and them off to various people that are taking the parchment and seemingly communicating to other people or into other tomes entirely, seeming some sort of mass communication room. As you led into a chamber.
Silent comms.
Wow.
It's basically their Morse code.
You know, I think
That
Morse code.
armor that fell outside, because the way Vedic is touching everything.
Another piece of armor.
It wasn't me. I'm sorry.
You enter a chamber that actually has the same type of wood feel into the etching of the pillars that go all the way up to what looks to be a metal clawed hand that actually makes the roof of this chamber that is the claw of Colossus Rose. You see various maps, tables, markers, various fingers that are placed off to the side as you enter a war room. You see a couple figures, as I try to remember their name. You see Morg right away. You see the thin-bodied assassin droid-like forged individual known as Morg, followed by the moss-covered barrel-chested caster known as Query. Currently seeming to be placing and followed by a mid-conversation of what seems to be strategic placing of various areas as Morg turns around seeing you before Query does. You're late.
Well, we got lost because
Time is weird in the Shadowfell.
oh well, yeah, that's right. We were in the Shadowfell and time doesn't say we're here now.
There's that.
He's part of our
According
company.
to Vedic.
Oh,
Oh,
No one of any consequence. Please continue.
Then get the fuck out.
no, he's fine.
Person of great consequence.
actually, you know, he's kind of one of those things that hangs on, but then you realize he's kind of useful.
He accompanied us through the Shadowfell.
He's a member of the Menagerie, and these people are foolish. Why are you directing questions at them?
Sorry.
Very fair.
Indeed.
This is a
Yes.
fair assumption.
I can help you stand taller.
I'm assuming you have a couple of troubles in this city.
Oh, probably. Sure, why not?
It seems about the actually.
No one saw anything. Reliable witnesses. They're so hard to come by.
Very well.
And in fairness, yes, this little one in stature is actually really impressive in his abilities. And he should be trusted, for we have trusted
I think I shall continue.
many
for
things with him.
what I assume is
I'm sorry. Were you speaking?
yes.
All right. I'll shut up.
This armless individual with the prosthetic arm on one side. Anyway, break. This public execution shall be happening in 5 days.
5 days.
How did we get the capital?
4, sorry.
7 days.
7 days.
A lot of information has been going around.
Capital of the week.
Well, we don't even know where in the capital.
Originally, we were going to have you transported and smuggled in, but due to such short notices and having you disappear for the past 2 months or so,
Unfortunately.
we have teleportation means thanks to Query here, as he just waves his hand.
I thought Corey was the one talking.
No, this is Morg.
Apt name. Very apt.
But I have been using the wrong voice. So we'll say Query was speaking.
Yeah, no, it's
You're making
impressive.
your notes messy.
I'm sorry!
She's the only
It's
one.
been 3 weeks, and it's been a while since these guys talked in the game. Anyway.
Yep.
We do have teleportation means, and when you're ready.
Okay, so
But
there's
we need to be able
no,
How to get out once we get in,
no,
all right? Nope.
other things
All right.
first.
Fine.
Before you do that, he swings his fingers and the doors behind you. Continue.
Thank you.
There's the possibility of 2 Tassarasks attacking this plane of existence.
Trasks.
Well, Tarasks, whatever. Big things, right?
His face goes from to
At the very least, we have one confirmed.
So,
There's at least one.
There's at least one Tarask with the potential of an illithid trying to corrupt the brain of one to an elder mind.
location.
Unknown.
that
Then
one
how
we
do you
know.
know this
He
information?
said he was going to the capital.
So, one of them is in.
Garadun. Well, was in Garadun, but we haven't been there. We don't know. We only assume that it's.
We were told by a crazy one-armed caster.
Okay. No. We
seems
were
to be a
told
lot of it
by
going
a
around.
guardian protecting the world from Tarasks. You have no concept of optics. There was a guardian protecting the world from Tarasks. He informed us of this potentiality and actuality. There is an illithid who is working to corrupt the mind of the the adult one.
Yes, which was
Yes.
like huge.
To make it
The
controllable.
one in Gardun,
Garadun.
Galadun.
We're in Harkern now. Yes,
I
Garadun.
don't know, they all sound the same.
Garadun. That's all right.
thought-
And you know what? Whenever you need to know something, just come to me.
The
Going
Tarask.
for
The
it.
Tarask. It's been extracted. Are the Tarask like starfish? Will the brain grow a new body?
That's an excellent question.
I'm.
Both of the temper thought individuals looking at each other for a moment, seemingly seeing if, like, is this a joke? Followed by going back towards you, individuals. So we have one location.
At least one.
Of Galdun that would explain why our troops that were infiltrated went dark.
Yes.
And
There's
so
potentially
Illithid, Tolask, and what else?
and a baby Tarask that is potentially corrupted by a devil and is fighting against something that they keep talking about. I don't
Corrupted by devil. That's the plant. Well, wait. You have the devil plant, the corrupted plant that's embodied with the devil, that is with the illithid,
That has their brain.
that has the brain of a ancient, gigantic. The brain is as big as this place.
No.
Brain.
Stop. The plant is to be leveraged for the adult. The devil is potentially corrupting the baby. Because then it gains a better form.
Oh.
Do have word and news of various entities.
She's smart.
Of
She pays
fiendish,
attention.
of fiendish, and I'll start from the beginning. I see that the energy has not died in this group. Very well. We also have from the various frontline news. There's apparently 300 plus fiendish entities, devils mostly, that are mostly in the Conferencedom, which is not too far off Khaldun. Does this have anything to do with this devil?
Potentially.
No, that's odd.
We legitimately cannot confirm or deny that. We have no knowledge of that.
That is
There
odd. Yeah.
They're just
is the potentiality. Stop talking. There is the potentiality for a devil to be in complete breach of contract, which will be a whole separate issue, where the devils were attempting to break into this plane of existence. Hold on.
Yes.
That can't be happening according to this, because this is something that I have to instate,
but
right?
we also
But
know
if they
that
decide to breach it,
He's in fucking breach of contract in so many goddamn ways, and he and I are gonna
Maybe worth
fucking
it.
fight.
maybe. Well, he's gonna get the body of it to Rask. That's kind of worth it.
it's worth it to him.
to break the contract. Now, here's the thing: is that there was devils trying
I
to get
have
in.
his fucking name. That's how in breach of fucking contract he is.
If you remember correctly, you gave him the option to be a companion until the day he gave his name.
So he gave his name, so he's no longer a companion.
So you go back, hey, let me look at the contract. You look down and go, shit.
No. He breached the contract prior to that, unless this name is something I've known about for weeks.
No, as far as you're aware, it appeared right now.
Then he's been in breach of contract, and this solidifies it.
Okay, which part are you referring to?
Because I am the one who determines where he goes in assisting me, and he bailed. He consciously made a decision in order to go unconscious and be carried away, and in doing so violated the contract.
Make a persuasion check. This is a persuasion on the contract. Because he did go unconscious, not purposely.
He did do it voluntarily because I had woken him up, and he gave in to the efforts of the plant.
No, he did not. He actually lost control of the plant because it was supercharged from the shadow stuff.
No, that's why he first went unconscious. But then after I brought him back, you...
Oh, true. When he woke back up with the
Yeah.
threat, he's like, where the fuck am I?
Yeah, he was like, I'm just gonna... And he went back to sleep. He's in fucking violation of
It's
contract.
very possible. It's very possible.
Boy, this world's going to shit.
Can't even trust devils anymore.
Who would have thought the devil would betray us in that moment?
I mean, we just gave a bunch of dwarves a nuke,
This is my new one.
and
No,
potentially
I'm
the end of
checking.
potentially the end of the mortal plane.
This is the new one. Okay. So
I do not want to be. I do not want to be
Let's
someone who has set
see, unless...
this world on fire.
Too late.
We didn't start the fire.
It was always burning since the
Since
world's been turning.
Thank you. I was like, shall I? You got-
Well, we built the
This
city.
This thing. That
No.
That's
This
great. It
is
starts
stuff
with an
I don't know
earthquake.
what I'm doing.
We did not build the city
So-
on rock and roll. Do not make me do that tune. No. We built the city.
Okay.
Our house is kind of in the middle of this.
That's a 23.
23?
Dwarf eggs and Tarask brains. Silver Menagerie.
As far as you can tell, nothing changed.
Sing it.
Dirty
Time
deeds.
gets a little weird.
Is that a failed ability check? Because I am able to re-roll a failed one.
No
Go
good deed
ahead.
goes unpunished.
Whoa!
Because there is one point in the background story that might have happened, but due to time shenanigans of being on different material planes and stuff like that, before he tried to give his name before he became in violation. But due to timing and how time works, it's possible.
Would you like to confirm this for me?
I'd also like to point out that this is very much a no good deed goes unpunished. I got a discount for my armor, and I gave him
So
a
that's
Trask.
a 20.
The natural 20?
That is a 20. So that becomes a 30.
Wow!
Okay, may I see the contract? Because there is a clause of
Can I kill
violation in here.
him? Do we get to kill him? Do we get to kill him?
There is a slight issue where my
Yeah,
bedroom
not
might
like we
also
don't
be
have enough
blowing up.
things to do.
But yes.
Oh. But the truck, it doesn't work anymore. Oh. Then they're not bound.
Any
Oh.
violation of the contract on the part of the scribe immediately holds this contract null and void, requiring a penalty payment of 15,000 gold pieces.
Right.
So
15,000 gold
after
pieces.
discussing this and bringing it up, you feel a little bit almost like a fire creep up the back of your spine, as almost like something's listening in, followed by the almost like a typewriter in the distance going in the background, followed by 3 packs made of very skinny-looking leather, and right in front of you.
There's your 15,000.
So he is fully in violation. I'm no longer bound to anything. My soul is my own. And we need to go fucking murder him.
What happens to the?
What happens to the bedroom? Oh no!
However-
are they still under your
So
control?
when
No.
looking at the parchment, looking at the parchment that you were looking at, it lifts up the air as fire going on each side as the various contracts of your name for the first pack eroded away. The second pack remains.
Cool, so they're still under my control.
Okay, good.
That's neat.
Oh, it's the first pack. The contract only has separate parts. Ah,
Severability.
Which
Important part of any
means
contract.
I should be able to summon him
You still have his
theoretically,
name. Yeah.
because I have his name.
Ooh.
just wanna
And
summon
this is where Bennett shows up and starts drawing some of the shall we?
Right now?
Let's not do it in the
yes.
In the war room, right.
No,
the
this
As you start right on the floor,
he's got chalk and he's just like,
he
No.
picks you up,
no.
takes like starts taking your chalk.
no, my chalk.
It's not your chalk in this building. Because he knows what you're casting. So, what happened?
So
I say fresh. I say fresh air of brimstone hits your nostrils. Oof.
was he set down?
He's currently.
now we're both like,
Okay, so I'm gonna distract you. Here's this. Put the gold in the bag. So
wait, why am I listening to her?
There's a lot of gold.
There's a
pieces.
lot of gold.
Yes.
There are 15,000 gold pieces. And
14,000 gold. What are we doing with 13,000 gold
15.
pieces?
15, and you're not getting any if you
and
keep it
3
up.
pouches of leather faces.
Oh, that's comforting.
As you turn it and twist it, you
Stop
see like
making
an
me try to
ear
smile.
and a face, and one of the pouches actually open up with one of the nostrils.
Yep, that's fine. This is why he's doing it. I had no concerns. I assumed he would be fine with it.
Okay, so that's 15,000. Hold on. I need to add my other gold before I only have 15,000.
By all
That'd be
means, take your
ridiculous.
time.
So that would be
So,
409.
It's clear that you have been busy.
a little bit.
Okay.
The Silver Menagerie. We do chaotic.
Yes, you do.
It works, though.
Does it?
Sometimes.
Statistically?
Yes.
If you go by weight of gold, yes. Yes, it does.
He's got a very good point. Most of this stuff is our fault.
The Tarask is...
So,
We didn't know.
okay.
Before you leave this war room, do not let the public know of what you just said to us.
The potentially 2 Tarasks.
You are still heroed in their eyes. If you publicly admit that you have dealings with devils, followed by the possible destruction of an entire dwarven city,
Then, oh no, I'll be banished back to the Shadowfell. Yeah, I get it.
No,
you will be fine.
Mm-hmm.
These two will not. There are things
Does it help
called
if I'm the only one with dealings with devils?
Okay.
I
so
think there's
If they
some
see
consequence
them
with
working
that.
with devils, it does not matter who contracted them.
I think there's some consequence that we didn't sever ties. So
let's just get back on track
let's
here.
just say that no, we are in this together.
Let's just get back on track here. We have the ability to... We have the ability to teleport to where Drake is going to be executed.
In a safe house where various
Okay.
working individuals working with the mass of
I'm
a
gonna-
mimic
So,
will be there to support you.
guys, his mother breaks brains and has had control of him for several months, and this could be a ploy. So how about we don't go put the potential psychopath into our party who might blow us up from the inside, and instead we go deal with the thing that might be blowing up a mountain.
Right. I think that's more a pressing matter. We will deal with that if we have
There's a
time
knock
to.
on the glass door. The door opens. And a small figure hand over a parchment to the back wall.
I'll take that.
And the paper immediately is like, excuse me, who the hell are you? Oh, sorry. Hero. No.
Nope, nope. Who the hell are you is the correct response.
No, you were right the first time.
And he brings it over to Morg, and Morg begins to translate it. Ah, the devils are moving towards the capital.
Oh.
Oh,
Good news for us.
Here's what I'm inferring.
wow.
The devil broke the contract. The devils know what the Illithid. They were going to the capital to begin with the brain.
So,
He did say he was going to the capital.
There's
Now he has a
also-
small army.
Confirm.
Great!
There's also
but
confirmation of a big entity within those devils, about 300 feet tall.
does he?
Is that just... Odd question. Is that like in the ballpark of a size of a Tarask?
He's using
It's a
the
very
major
big creature.
brain to talk to the Tarask, the baby Tarask.
I
Is
think
the-
you're exactly right.
He's using the elder brain's Tarask to talk, the brain of the elder Tarask to talk to
The baby
the
Tarask.
baby Tarask
If not control, but yes.
and control it.
And he summoned an army of devils
Because he made a deal with the
needs
devil.
research that Drake had on him when he was captured.
Oh my God, we are not equipped to go to. We are not equipped for this.
We have 7
I
days.
have most of the reason.
More paper comes in. Another paper. And the other person immediately leaves.
Need a good chunk of it.
I had a chunk of it because I didn't trust Drake with all of it.
Yeah, you had.
The devil
Oh, you have
army
some of it.
has now
I have
increased.
some of
You
it.
do have some.
You
of
know
it.
some of
Yeah.
what?
Drake's research.
Oh, good.
Oh,
The Illithid's research that Drake was then working to assemble into other
Remember, I couldn't fit it all in the bag.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And I had-
Oh.
And I was like, ooh, I don't trust you. I volunteer.
Okay.
And, yeah.
Yeah, before you bring that up, another paper was brought to
You're
Morg.
welcome once again.
Yeah, and was waiting patiently. The
So
devil,
today.
the devil army has also increased from 300 to 700, and is still growing, seemingly taking civilians for various ritualistic purposes.
Have we unleashed this hell upon this world?
I did.
The very...
But yes.
You know, I see actually a decent scenario out of here. Maybe they'll annihilate each other.
You know, none of this would have happened if we didn't do the Ark of Cogs thing. I just want to throw that out there.
Even before that,
No, like the Devil's thing, that is entirely us getting out of
Well-
the Ark of Cogs. So if we weren't so concerned with making this town better,
We
then
didn't make a
really
deal with
this
the
is all
devil.
your fault. Really, this is your fault.
We didn't make a deal with the
But
devil.
the devils were
I'm
there.
with the devil because you made
The
us.
devils were there anyway. We made this town better, and we have given this town things, but the devils were there anyway.
Right.
It's not us that created the devils. The devils were breaking in somehow. They were.
That's
You still made the deal with the devil.
yes. I made the deal with the devil because you wanted to help people. This is your fault.
I didn't make the deal with the devil.
I wouldn't have had devils to make a deal with if you hadn't been trying to help.
Somehow that's not my fault.
It's entirely your fault.
Somehow me having the devil here is not my fault.
No. It's definitely your fault.
No, stop. We need to stop blaming each other, and we all need to work together here.
Why? Us working together is how we got in this mess.
And that's why we need to fix it. Why we need to work together to fix
It
it.
continues to not make sense to me.
Well, not working together is going to doom the entirety of this plane and probably other planes.
And I don't think.
Query begins to
Yes, he's going to be satisfied with
speak
just this
a
plane.
little bit. If I may intrude, if this entity that supposedly has control over the Taras is heading to the capital for these research papers, and you have some of these papers,
He's coming
what
for
are these
us.
papers?
He's going to come for us in a minute.
Yeah, what are these papers? I only knew them as his research.
And now we know why we're being lured to.
He wants the papers. I
They're not
think we
papers,
go
they're
onto a
fucking
bronze
tablets.
dragon and find another goddamn magical vestige that will help us defend our asses against this son of a bitch.
I'm fairly certain everything will die before we finish that.
One can hope they'll annihilate each
Well,
other.
I don't anticipate. I
Only
don't
meant
want to
the
go in
world,
and.
But sure.
I don't want to go fight a fight that we
Question.
don't have a chance to win.
7 days until the execution. How long until the devil army arrives at the capital?
Because that's going to delay things.
And is there a projected growth over those days? Like, even if we just extrapolate from current increase, since it went from 3 to 400 in the amount of time that we were sitting here. Or 3 to 700.
3 to 700.
Yeah.
The more people they kill, the more things they get.
Which is why
They start doing calculations on the map and stuff like that. The execution is 7 days from tomorrow, so 8 days depending on how you calculate it. And they start calculating how fast, and various communications are going out as they have the communication room right next to the war room for a reason. And it takes about 15-20 minutes as they're waiting for people to report back to figure out what's going on. Followed by, it will take roughly 7 or 8 days. They're moving fast. And a lot of them have wings, and the
If
Taras.
they arrive before the execution, that execution is not going to happen because they're going to have to change things. In the
They're not going to kill Drake anyways. He's just bait.
He's bait. He's absolutely right. We don't fall for this ruse.
We can stay here.
I don't want to sacrifice a man.
Here's the issue. We either wait for them to kill each other and eventually come here anyways because we have information they want, and
It wants. Now we know who our.
It
the
wants.
Tarask is just a creature. It's that that illithid is the problem.
We either wait for them to come to us or we go to them. That's what we've got here, basically.
Also, I don't think you're remembering that the devil has its own motivations, the illithid has its own motivations, and they're all working with the Lord of Bitterfrost.
Right. So
That guy's a dick.
we can just kill him. Can we just go kill the Lord of Bitterfrost?
It's
That's not going to fix it. That will certainly help.
If they're all separate, then they're not underneath anyone. Oh, wait, the Illithid doesn't want to work for the Lord of Bitterfrost.
And how do you say that?
He said
He said it.
as much.
He said it. All right.
Yeah, when he was
You're
talking
right, he
through
did.
kobolds.
He did.
And I was in the back.
So we could possibly divide focus between the devils and the illithid, and perhaps
Get them all to fight each other.
or we get the illithid to fight on our side.
It does involve going to the Shadowfell, which
Again.
involves time variance.
And I don't think we look. And the Lord of Bitterfrost, pardon me, I know you consider him a little weasel, short stuff guy who doesn't have any power.
We're
But
gonna
he
need
nearly killed us in one blink of an eye.
we're gonna need some better weapons.
Yes, and
No, I'm
we you didn't see us shoving hot, blazing sun sand into orifices.
Okay, so here's what we can do. There's 3 things that I want to do in this short space of time, because we have a very short amount of time we can do this in. 1, deck paintings. 2, because we need to get something for him to go to the world turtle. But then we need to figure out how long is it going to take for the dragon to help us get to the world portal. 3, can we get your item for the world portal? 4, can we get back here in time to collect the items that we need to then teleport to where we need to go to potentially face off this massive, colossal world war?
In 7
So it
minutes.
sounds like you want to shove another quest in instead of going and trying to head this off. Is that correct?
Trying to get as much power as we can get,
I'm not asking you to justify it. I'm asking, is that what you're trying to do?
effectively.
Okay.
Where do you think to go?
If we can get, supposedly there's something else at the world portal that can
Correct.
help us with this.
And we have the dragon right here.
Where
We can
it
take us there.
comes into again. What documents? Do you have them here? Can we figure out what he wants?
Do you really want to know more than you already know?
If it means it's inside our capital and we can...
Oh, wait, I can read it now.
Oh yeah, you can.
I'm going to dig it out because I can languages stuff.
If someone around you can read it, yes. Basically, you look at someone, and if they have the languages that you don't, you now read that language.
Well, also, I took comprehend languages.
Oh, never mind. If you cast that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't realize you took that.
After we had 3 things in a row where none of us could read it,
You got annoyed enough that you're like, all right,
Yeah,
let's
it
solve
seemed
this
worthwhile.
fucking thing.
So yeah, I'm gonna pull out all of the Illithid notes, comprehend languages, and start reading.
Yep. Okay, so after casting that, it translates. Do a general intelligence check, because it's not coherent, and it's not like, chronological order.
I'm gonna wait. It's
I'm going to roll a
check?
d6 to see what type of research he has.
Okay.
What number?
4.
No? Okay.
Okay. So
Watch
you
it be
said
the research that he needed.
this is a check, so it's one I can reroll.
Yes.
Okay. I'm doing.
Because this is trying to understand, first of all, an alien mindset.
Yep.
Followed by translation errors, because even if it translates, there's like, kind of meets this. And then followed by, it is messy. Like, someone is like repeatedly forgetting stuff. And then continually writing down on random pieces of parchment, and then smooshing it together on other pieces of parchment, so that's all in one space.
Not the right person to be doing this.
You really are.
I'm not. That gets us up to 13.
13.
Yep. Can I cast comprehend language on someone else?
It's hard to say. What I just described is essentially what you get. It is a person or entity that is having trouble remembering stuff, which is ironic, especially since it's an illithid, talking various about diseases, transmutation of flesh, and various other parasitic transformations.
Do that.
Hmm?
Also, I could have twinned it. He's
You cast it.
comprehending.
Okay.
All right, so get out of the way.
The various papers that come
You
pouring
need
out.
4-dimensional beings. All right, so now I need my chalk, please.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm holding one. I have chalk in my kit.
He's all holding basic black chalk in front of you.
Yeah. It's not
Okay,
white chalk, it's black chalk.
It needs to be magical chalk.
It really doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
That's not the point. It's the principle of the thing. That's a 12. My chalk, please.
There's about a solid 10 seconds.
And then my hand drops a piece of black chalk in. It's not yours, I know,
Fine.
but it's
All right.
chalk.
And I will draw the ritual and I will cast it. Give me the stuff. Put a big pile here.
Yep.
All right. So then it would, like, all the stuff gets piled up, and then it will draw the little magic circle around it. It takes 10 minutes to cast the ritual and chuck the chalk, and then he'll sit up on top of the pile of books and then start picking one up.
Okay. Going to roll an Arcana check. Because you're not proficient in Arcana, right?
Me? No.
Yeah.
God, no.
That's why I
I
said
don't know how
Arcana.
this shit works.
It just does.
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll that. 20.
20.
That's
As paper after paper after paper after paper. Now, you're only getting some research, and you're something about Project Willing Flesh. But apparently, most of the papers that were part of this project is not here. But this stack of papers is talking about various exploration into the plane known as the Far Realm.
The what?
The Far Realm. A plane of aliens, a plane of unobscurity, possibly four-dimensional, but basically the plane of madness in some aspects. But it is called the Far Plane. And something about a... I don't know how to say this properly. So I'm going to probably spell it. Nautiloid.
Nauticaloid?
T-I-L-O-I-D, Nautiloid?
Nauticaloid?
One more time. N-A-U-T-I-L-O-U.
Not.
L-O-I-D.
Nautiloid.
Nautiloid. Yeah, Nautiloid.
A Nautiloid. What about you, Sparky? Does that mean anything to you? Not you. No.
I was gonna say,
Roll
I've
a
never heard of that
history
before.
or arcana.
Nautiloid?
And
Versus
the
Isoloid.
arcana guy is going to
Because
roll.
there's nautiloids and there's isoloids.
Same one.
Same 20? I mean, possibly something... Dissecting a little bit about what the word is and stuff like that, and going a little bit on the definition, something about a big ship.
Ship.
We've dealt with ships.
All right, hang on. I wasn't going to do this.
This is the right
Vedek's always had the little book, right?
This is the right time for
great,
this?
The great big overtime
Is this
book.
the right time for this?
I think so. Okay, and so it holds the book vertically and goes, and the thing collapses into like a rift in space time, and he opens it, and a multitude of pages, endless amount of pages, opens up from inside it and starts flipping through it. Divination.
Divination?
Ooh.
Divination.
Because divination is like the spell tie, but what are you doing?
No, divination. The spell.
Oh! I'm going to read that up.
I don't think I've ever heard this one be cast.
Right? Because it never gets cast.
It really doesn't.
It has a
You
very
ask a
very
single
specific-
question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity, in this case, not Lloyd. The GM offers a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. And then there are consequences if I cast it a lot.
Yeah. So, of specifically this nautiloid,
What I really want is legend lore. Can I do that? Okay, but anyway, go
the
on.
first thing that goes into your head is Clash Claire Kin,
I'm not writing
the
that down.
dreadnought of the mind flayers.
Oh, shit!
The dreadnought of the Mind Flayer.
Oh, shit!
And we thought Tarak was
That's a
bad.
ship! That's just, oh my god!
And I thought Tarak was bad.
Oh my god! You know what? Peace out.
Parents, peace.
That is the only.
Thank you, guys.
That is the only thing you get.
All right. All right. So my question, my
What'd you get?
divination. What is
What?
cloth?
Clash.
Cloche Claire Kin
What's this Clash Kirkin?
is the dreadnought in the far realm of the Mind Flayers. And in the back, just a normal book.
What?
The
Look, it's all it gets.
dreadnought of the mind flares.
Yes, the Mind Flayer race, they travel between the spaces between the stars.
Stars?
Dreadnoughts are war vehicles, right?
Right?
Like really big ones?
And how many and how big are we talking?
Big.
Like city big?
Planet big.
Oh.
But what?
Well, possibly.
I mean, it's Vedic. He would say that.
Yeah.
Some of them get big.
There's more than one.
Some of them.
But in this case, this is one specific one. Cloche Claire Kin.
And now it makes a little bit more sense about various movement in the far plane. You have locations and stipulations of possible locations of where this dreadnought,
Cloche Claire Kin.
Clash Clarekin.
Why would he want to go there?
I don't think he wants to bring that thing here.
Or he wants to take it over. Remember, he
wants to take it over.
Oh, he wants
The
to
last
further
bit
the
of information
race.
of the lost art of making dreadnoughts.
Of making?
he wants to make them.
Probably why he needs the brain of the Tarask.
See, always follow the brains.
He wants to make. What is he? Wait. What? Where? Okay, so fine. The Illithid wants to make one of these gigantic world-smashing world vehicles into the far planes. Cool. He's got access to a baby Tarask, an elder Tarask brain.
An army of devils.
No, that's somebody else.
Oh, shit.
Where?
He's going to build one with the brain.
Fine. Why does he need to go into the sea? He needs the research. That's what he needs. He needs the research.
We
That's
get the
why
research.
he's going. Okay.
But he doesn't have this part of the research.
You know
He
what?
doesn't know that we know where
No,
it is.
he doesn't. He knows that the human took the research. That's all he knows.
And Drake's
Okay.
on it.
Carrie
Drake's the one.
saves the day.
Drake actually saves the day. He is saving the day here.
Ow!
If he didn't take that research,
And take it with him to the capital.
take it,
If he
or
had
no, just
burned it.
didn't take it at the time, it would have been the Illithid would have taken it and then been on his merry way, and then we'd be happy lying here completely oblivious until
No.
some tentacle thing
No,
sucks
we
me
had
in the
literally
brain.
discussed burning the research because nothing good can come of it. And he was like,
We did.
I could learn
We
something.
did.
No,
So-
Yep.
Drake is not a fucking hero in any capacity ever.
Well, Carl-
Hemingway is the only
know,
reason
are
we
you
should
trying-
vote for him. Like,
Are you trying to turn Drake into Peter Quill in the last episode of
Oh God!
what?
Don't. You haven't seen it. It's fine.
Oh,
What?
she hasn't seen it?
She's not a Marvel fan.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Come on,
I get it, but I'm just like,
All right. I'm
going to get a
where
painting.
where do the devils come into this?
The devil wants the Trask body, and if he takes over the baby, that's something that he can infuse his spirit into. It gives him control over the mortal plane in a very, very real way, and they're all trying to break into the mortal plane, which they need to get to the Ark of Cox in order to get everybody out.
Then why are they marching on the capital? What does that get them?
He's still
Research.
bound, or
Or they think all the research is there. No?
They're trying to find Drake. He only
he
knew
can
that
still be
Drake
in
was at the capital.
partnership. We don't know if an additional contract has been drawn. I don't know. It could also be that he gets to raid the plane right now, and that's fun.
That's fair.
All right. So
He is a bit of a simpleton.
now what? We've got.
We're not equipped for this.
Paintings, dragon, world turtle.
I think we
Or are
tried.
we fucking about with the word?
information floods your mind.
Oh, cool.
You've got mail.
Yeah, exactly. That's what your mind head to. You've got mail.
Your quest log has been updated. Ba-da-dum. Your quest log has been updated.
Power.
No, we were on Skyrim.
Ba-da-dum.
Oh,
Add it to your map.
it's so painful. All my mods after the update. SKSCY. Anyway.
Let's go get the painting. We need to think about this.
What painting to wear?
So there's two things. One, the guy wanted us to put a painting on the world portal. Two, it's something about the desert tea. I forget what it was that I could get a painting to
yes,
where I wanted to go.
Let's put a painting on the world turtle because it gets us two things.
Yeah, I want a painting to get home as well. Well, home.
I don't like going to. Unfortunately, I want to save Drake, but I do not like going teleporting in with no clear way out and bringing what we know to where they want us to bring it.
We should absolutely stash that somewhere.
But even if we stash it, we're bringing ourselves. Even if we stash it, they come to us, they don't find it, and then we become mental guinea pigs to Drake's mother.
I'd like to see her try.
I'd honestly really like to let them come to us because we have a very defensible position here.
So
I don't.
Sneak in.
Speaking of,
I don't think anyone wants this.
So,
this is a calamity in the making. If we have an army of growing devils with a Taras potentially being corrupted by a mind flare or a devil, I don't want that here.
Then let's hope that whatever's on the world order is really fucking useful.
I hope so too. I think we should get a painting. Then we can have the dragon take us to the world turtle. We can be back in a couple days.
If we have concerns with stashing the research,
We go back
it's
to the
something
painting.
that we could split also. Because as long as I'm carrying part of it, we have an instant. They now have to travel to the
Single point of
Shadowfell.
failure.
That's fair.
That is an excellent point, actually.
And, well, if we have the painting, we just go back through the painting, we can get back instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever we are, we'll be able to get back instantly.
No.
Is there a way, do we have any communication devices that you can give to us so that you are able to communicate back and forth with us quickly?
Ask Quill.
Noted. Because that's one thing we've been lacking significantly.
Weary is in the room because of that time that you messed up the voices. So we can just, direct that question to Query.
Do you have any communication devices for us?
No, Query said, ask Quill.
Quill, not Query. You said Query.
He's a Query.
Query said ask Query.
QQ names, Ask
I'll ask
Quill.
Quill.
I apologize. I do like my name.
Apparently you like hearing yourself talk to.
Ask Quill. She has multiple tongues of communication.
Noted. Would you like to carry that? Just since you're the one that's really good at communication?
Sure.
Okay.
What? Alright. There are a lot of voices in my head right now.
So maybe no?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I'm more coherent than any of you,
This is fair.
even with voices in my head.
What's that?
I've been tempted to ask, but reluctant knowing your nature. Are you okay?
Those two Jurassic on the mortal plane. I don't think anyone's okay.
Very well. If you need someone to speak to about these voices.
She's making me uncomfortable.
Both of them, even though they don't really have proper working faces, look legitimately just like. Oh,
What's that? You want me to kill everyone? Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to do that.
So-
That's not what they're saying.
Shall we head to that interesting hidden shop and talk to that interdimensional
That guy. And you can kill
Art
tiefling-
salesman.
Art salesman. Talk to the art salesman.
and pick up that painting.
Paintings.
We'll go see the dragon, the bronze dragon. Would you like to see a bronze dragon?
The bronze dragon.
They're good.
They're
Lord Brightkeeper?
best with ketchup. Why not?
Lord Brightkeeper?
Or the Brightkeeper.
Why do I
And
see
he can
Vedic with
take
the
us to
tail
the
of a
world
dragon
portal.
putting ketchup on it?
He can take us to the world turtle. I don't. And the last thing we should do is teleport into the capital and turn over everything that we should that we have. And even if we don't have it on our possession, we're turning ourselves over. We're not prepared.
When we come
I'm not
back,
taking a 300-foot Tarask on.
when we come back, probably tomorrow, I want to have something that we can. I don't want to bring it here if we can avoid that. Some place that's elsewhere that we can try and set up. I don't know, some sort of offensive outpost that we can potentially go there to fight instead. That we can relatively
He looks at the
reinforce.
war map, and you see on the war map, you see the main city of the fort city, Harkon,
Because it's a stronghold. We got this one good.
and you notice that there are actually several other key locations that might be settlement, but you haven't really been there, that are in actually defendable positions to guard against outside threats. Most of them are currently on the front of the Verosian Empire.
Are we currently being assaulted in any way, shape, or form?
Yes.
Oh,
He currently points out 2 locations, and I need to bring up the names of these 2 locations. Where is the war room? Greg's execution, roaming calamity, no. Nicholas payment, no. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This is. Why can I not find you? Oh, here we are. Here we are. Sorry about that. Names known as Lake Guard and Azure Fort. Azure.
Azure.
Azure Fort. Yeah. They are current that have small little white tiles on them, followed by red tiles.
Devils?
Russian troops.
Oh.
We are keeping an eye on the devil incursion, as it has been known, especially during the War of the Burning Lands, during the peak of the war, where everything was
Hopefully.
worse, that
Hopefully the
Russian Empire did indeed turn to devilish assistance.
Hopefully, when the Verosians get wind, by now they probably have, and start trickling down the information, you'll start seeing less and less assault on that in those
But
lines.
at this point, they are still
So-
being assaulted to this day.
I would like, can we take a diplomatic approach and ask what would we all think is the right approach that we should take? I personally think we should not go try and deliver ourselves, which is the information, whether we have it on us or not. If we go there, we are not prepared to take on what's there, and we are going to give up what they want.
We definitely
so,
have.
at the city. So I think we should arm ourselves further. We have access to the paintings, we have access to a dragon, and we have access to the world turtle to help us build our strength. That is my choice.
I like that plan.
I do too, but we can always go to where the world turtle is and figure it out from there. Things can change by the time we get back,
And if we run into a time problem, we have the painting to come right back.
and we'll have a book from Quill to potentially talk immediately and get some info.
I mean, there's 3 options, not 2, but
All
the
right.
3 of you seem to agree on that one. So.
What was the other two?
Well, the army hasn't made it there. So there is the go to the capital immediately via the teleportation that was offered to us when we first got here. And there is the...
And you already mentioned about becoming puppets to the woman.
Yes, I mean, we can just kill Drake. I'm fine with that. I'm saying...
He's on the execution table, just kind of standing there. The guy next to him is crying his eyes out.
6 days left. What the fuck?
First time.
And that's when that firebolt
Guys,
goes.
Oh, thank God you're here. What are you doing?
So
No loose ends, man.
we do have 3. We
And then there's cutting off the army now before it grows in size for the next week. And
Or
gets...
How are we going to cut off an army when there's a 300-foot
or
creature with him?
or
A third-
I'm not saying
700
we
plus
should. I'm saying it's going to be more powerful in a week, and that is a potential option. It's not all of that happening right now. We have 2 paths, or the one that you guys all like.
or we actually have 4 then if we're doing by that basis, because then we can just go kill the Lord of Bitterfrost, which I think aligns with you as well.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Cut off the head of the snake.
Let's go. Let's hit the world turtle and then go find the Lord of Bitterfrost.
So, Bitterfrost, again, everyone has independent motivations. So, it may cause infighting, or they may just branch off and start raining destruction all over the place. Also, there's time dilation if we do interplanar travel.
That's right. That's where the kicker is.
Lord of Bitterfrost doesn't solve anything.
You're
He's
right.
a dickhead, but he doesn't
Yes,
solve
you're
And
right.
that's my...
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right. And then unfortunately, our 7 days will become 7 weeks if we go
Or
into
10 minutes.
or 10 minutes. Oh, all right. So we know we don't know. It's too big of a risk. I agree.
Time dilation.
I agree. Can we all? Should we?
Paintings, world turtle.
Paintings, world
Paintings,
turtle,
dragon, world turtle.
and then change our approach from that.
Then
Not
all starts from
change,
the world
but
turtle.
decide our approach from there.
We're gonna pivot from the world turtle, so we got to go to the world turtle anyways. We can figure out exactly what we're gonna do after that.
Why not?
And it would be good to have a dragon on our side.
We'll have more information too.
A bronze dragon.
I think our decision needs to be
Another
made
dragon. Sorry.
with
sorry.
up-to-date
sorry.
information.
Sorry. Don't mean to offend.
The more up-to-date information we can get, the better. It's going to be a little bit after we get off the world portal. So we're going to want to make our decision then and there.
So shall we go to the shop and talk to our man? Get a painting?
I'm going to go buy a
And then we'll
painting.
talk to the dragon. Who owes us a favor. Or doesn't owe us a favor. He owes us
A boom.
a boon. He already told us he'd take us there.
Yep.
If we took care of the ships, which we did. You weren't there for, but you're welcome to come along.
I'm pretty sure you watched.
Oh yeah, you kind of were here for
I was
it.
there.
Yeah.
That's
Good luck with your endeavors, says Quarry. Let us know if we are expecting this calamity to assail us.
We will do our best to warn you of fable.
We shall prepare on our end for this, hopefully, small respite before the storm.
Onward to the paintings.
Okay. As you guys leave the war loom, get escorted by the four-armed caster again, known as Ovan. I'll just give you the name because you see him enough. He escorts you out from Colossus Rose, also known as the domain domain of the Thiesel Committee. Thiesel Committee, the Tempered Thought. My apologies. As you enter back to the city, look for the shop. How long have we been recording?
Hour and 45.
We're going to take a small break here. Yep. As you guys
Hour
get
and 50, yeah.
Yeah, we're going to take a small break here. This is a good time to stop. So we're going to take a small break here as you guys continue debating and actually have now put a plan into place, gathered information, and began to act upon this information. So, as you guys go meet this interdimensional tiefling known as the Diplomat, this painter / teleportation magic kind of casting. We're going to take a small break and we'll see you next week.
I'd like to point out that having a plan is very uncharacteristic of the Silver Menagerie.
it will last only another episode.
To be fair, you went to see a couple members of the Temple Thought, the people that rule Heart Turn, and you just kind of just dumped all the information.
Here's everything's going on.
Kind of
Oh,
like
this is
a bunch
happening,
of
and this is
children
happening,
with
and
a
this is
bucket
happening,
of
and this is
shit just
happening.
went bleh.
This, and this. Oh my god!
You know.
Well, yeah, what? I can't talk about a couple
Yeah,
of
that's
things?
true.
Anyway, good day.
That's your alarm.
Yeah, that's my alarm. Anyway, till next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep on rolling, everyone. Happy holidays.
Bye. See you real soon.
See you real soon.
It's quite literally like, oh my god, what did the situation is so much worse than we thought.